Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are here at the 2025 edition of the LA Auto Show. And guess what? I have that best-selling compact crossover SUV that's getting some big changes for model year 2026. What am I talking about? This vehicle right here. This is it. This is that redesigned 2026 Toyota RAV4. This particular one is the limited trim, and it is the standard hybrid powertrain. But before we get into this heavyweight in the compact crossover segment, let's talk about what's going on here. So Toyota, they're bringing lots of changes. They're going through their whole lineup and doing some major redesigns. The RAV4, it's been a bit of a minute. 2019 was the last time we saw a redesign of a RAV4, and now fast forward to 2026, Toyota has gone through from stem to stern making big changes. One of the biggest changes is that they're all going to be hybrid powered. You could have your standard hybrid, or you could have plug-in hybrid. Now, of course, with the plug-in hybrid, you'll have more range, you'll have faster acceleration, and you could drive on pure EV, or with your standard hybrid, you're still gonna get that long range, and it's all self-sufficient. Now, in this crossover segment, a lot of the competition has raised the bar, especially when you look at the Hyundai Tucson and when you look at the Kia Sportage. So what I wanna find out is, at the end of the day, is the limited trim of the RAV4 the best of the bunch? Let's go ahead, let's dive into this one and find out. Right off the bat, probably the most popular color, at least in the state of Florida, when it comes to Toyotas, is that color called Cloudburst. It's like a bluish gray finish. I think it fits the attitude of the RAV4, especially the limited trim, very well. Now at the front of the business, you're gonna notice your LED lighting, LED daytime running lamps, your turn signals, and your headlights. They're really taking a page from their other Toyota vehicles and doing more that sort of interlocking design, like from the Prius and from the Camry, where they take the bodywork and interlock it with the sharp angles of the headlight housing. Now, working our way down, you do have a little bit of a flat black area with our LED fog lamps. I like the way they put some horizontal grooves in there. And then the rest is gonna be simple flat black. Now, as we come across the nose, it's interesting because depending on how you trim out a RAV4 is really gonna dictate what your RAV4 looks like. And I promise you, we're gonna be bringing you all the trims, even though there are tons of them. When you go limited, you'll notice that you have that stubby nose design with your body color, a little bit of gloss black connecting the headlights from driver's side to passenger side, and then you have that grille body design. It almost mimics what the premium brand Lexus does with their spindle body grille design. I like the way they hid the forward-facing camera in one of those little functional notches, and the limited trim gets those aluminum style accents within each notch. But fully functional, down below you have more functionality with flat black, and then you're gonna have your painted gray finish. And I like the way they put these vertical edges. It's a great way to give it some character without it just being things stuck on. But let me know what you think about the face of the new RAV4. I'll be honest with you, I'm on the fence. It's not really doing it for me. Not like, let's be honest, compact crossover SUVs make my heart pitter patter or anything. It just, I don't know, it's gonna take some time to grow on me with this new design. But let me know what you think down in that comment section. Now, as we rise up, I like the way the hood in the center is a little bit lower, and look at how nice. That's one thing that Toyota does well, is their gaps are Egyptian pyramid tight, close to one another. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire. So depending on what trim you go with, you're gonna get lots of different options. This limited trim actually has a 20-inch wheel, machined aluminum with the gloss black. And if you're wondering, well, what's the tire size? You're looking at 235 on the width, 50 series sidewall. The one thing I would have liked to have seen, at least on the limited trim, this should be painted. This fender opening needs to be painted. I don't like the flat black around the fender opening on the limited trim. The other bit of news is that all RAV4s are all-wheel drive now, because they're either hybrid or they are plug-in electric hybrid. And remember, this one being a hybrid, you have that 4-cylinder inline 4, that bulletproof engine with your electric motors to give you about 226 horsepower, and then that all-wheel drive. And it does use an eCVT. If you go with the plug-in electric hybrid, you'll have over 300 horsepower. So it just depends on how you spec it. But let me know what you think about the wheel with our particular limited trim. Coming down the side, you do have painted metallic gloss black mirror caps, your LED turn signals. From the side, I'm glad they didn't do two-tone on this particular one. I like the cloud burst, looks clean. You got your close to the roof rails. Those are very low. You could get your crossbars. And then another nice thing is that they didn't do anything super duper bright. Just a little bit of silver trim up top. Everything else is flat black around the window openings, and then a bit of flat black along the midsection. That's another area I think they should have painted. Good news is they did paint the door handles same body color. Not all trims have body color matching door handles. Working our way towards the rear, good size on the quarter glass, and then a little bit of black trim to bring it into the lift gate. Now at the tail end of the business, I don't know, I think it's gonna be a love it or hate it thing, and right now I'm not really loving it, so that kind of tells you where my heart is. You do have a long roof spoiler. It looks like it's got a droopy butt. And I don't like a droopy butt. I like a nice lifted butt, nice little, a butt that you could grab with two hands kind of thing. I think the gloss black here is what's really hurting the overall perspective of what this looks like. They spelled the RAV4 name out in the center now instead of having it down below. And the Toyota badge, it's almost like you can't even see it. It's gloss black and it blends in with the trim. This makes it just look like a station wagon. They need to, look at all this room. Hide it underneath there. Get it out of the way. Limited badge in the shiny stuff. And then, like I said, all of them are all-wheel drive. This particular one is a hybrid. Working our way down, you got the lower bumper painted just like up front in that metallic gray with the vertical slots. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the inside and see if this RAV4 brings the goods. All right, guys, we are inside this 2026 redesigned RAV4 Limited. Like I mentioned at the start of this review, they have a ton of different trims, and they actually categorize them into three categories: core, sport, and rugged. This falls into the core trims. And then from there, it's crazy how many different ways you can spec it. Like I said, we're gonna do our best to bring you every single trim and to try to drive every single trim. If you're wondering, Joe, if you're saying to yourself, Joe, my daughter's been asking me what kind of SUV to get. She's, graduated from college, she's got her job, she wants something dependable, something reliable with technology. How much is this? This particular one, being a limited trim and just a standard hybrid, is $43,300. But let's see what changes Toyota did to the limited trim of the RAV4 to the door panels. I do like the two-tone. So you're getting the black soft touch with the gray soft touch. No gloss black anywhere, which is nice. And then the door pocket, it's long, but it's not very deep. So maybe just 2 Costco hot dogs and a Pepsi to wash it down. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, you got your two-tone soft touch here. Knock, knock. What do we have up top? Hard plastic. They do give you your chicken bake. So if you're a Costco person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your chicken bake holder. Get 4 hot, fresh chicken bakes, and then slide on in. The limited trim gets you the larger infotainment system. 12-inch. It is that iPad style, easy to get to. Of course, full touchscreen capability. And then you do have your AC controls. Now the AC is all built into the screen except your dual climate. You do have heated seats, 3 stages in the limited trim, no ventilated seats, and a heated steering wheel. There is a volume knob here. They take them off because people at auto shows steal them. They want a free souvenir and they steal the freaking knobs. It's terrible. I wish it wasn't that way, but that's how it is. And then you can see the nice swipe features that we have and the different drive modes, but you have to be driving for me to show you the drive modes. Dual, look at that, dual wireless charger. So now you and your passengers don't need to fight over who gets the wireless charger. Drive modes, you got your power on button, easy to get to. Down below, this is where you could put 2 hot pockets. So maybe some pepperoni hot pockets, maybe some pizza rolls. Fill this up with like a dozen, maybe 2 dozen Tostino's pizza rolls. 2 USB-Cs. You have your camera button. Obviously, you got your hill descent control on the passenger side here. 2 large cup holders. And then you got the nub. Nub-a-dub-dub. There's your little nub shifter for your eCVT. I don't like the hard plastic. They're really going crazy with the hard plastic in here. Why? Open it up. You got a USB-C. You got a 12 volt. And you could probably fit, I would say, 2 unopened boxes of Pokemon cards. I've noticed, I'll be honest, Pokemon, it's after my time. I was never gotten to Pokemon, never gotten to Yu-Gi-Oh, never gotten to I was playing Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. You didn't need cards, you just need imagination. Now these cards are going for big money. I saw somebody on the interwebs bought some kind of like Charizard, Red, Double Dare, 3 spec, perfect grade for like 120 grand. What is going on in this world? But you could keep all your Charizards in there. Seats, it's not leather, it's soft tex. Limited trim gets you some Alcantara. Nice on the edges. You do have power seats for the passenger, power seats for the driver, panoramic sunroof with a power shade, and this is actually a digital rearview mirror. It's not on right now, but you do have a digital rearview mirror. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this RAV4 Limited. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do get 2 memory seat settings in the Limited trim, and that's where your seat controls are. Nice electric assist, lower lumbar. I'm 6 feet tall, and they do a great job with the space in this compact crossover. Steering wheel, it looks good. I'm just not in love with this weird horn button. It's just like, I don't know, it looks kind of cheap, to be honest with you. Flat black on the switch gear. It is a power tilting and telescoping wheel. Not power, manual. What am I saying, Joe? Duh. And then you have a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. I can't show it to you right now because we can't drive the car because we're inside the crypto dome or whatever they call this place. Crypto place. You do have JBL sound system. But why don't we get into the back seat and see how much crypto you could fit in this RAV4. All right, guys, we're in the back seat, and I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, you don't just put crypto somewhere. You are correct. I wasn't born yesterday. I know you have hard drives and servers and all this other, and you're mining, and you got to have fans, and you got to use lots of electricity. Well, you can fit it all in this RAV4. You could put all those hard drives in here and just drive around mining for crypto. But the room is actually quite large. Panoramic glass for everybody. You do have pockets. This is where you could put some real cash. Maybe just fill it up with $1 million worth of 100-gram bars. Ha! And then you do have heated seats, USB-Cs, and air vents, AC vents. The seats do not slide. That's because I'm sitting on a battery. But they recline that much. So if you're just like, you know what, I want to be chilling like a villain, this is chilling like a villain in a RAV4. Not much chilling. There's definitely not much villain. Pull this down. Soft on the armrest, 2 cup holders. Let's get in that cargo area because they're giving away free ice cream sundaes over at the Dodge booth. Let's get to that cargo area in this RAV4. All right, guys, cargo area time. The droopy rear end. Hit the button. I guess the one good thing about it having a droopy rear end is that the bumper is very low. I mean, look at this. Very low, so very comfy. Cargo area, very large. So that's the good news is the seats, look at that, 60-40 split. There's 40%, there's 60%, nice and flat. And then you do have your JBL sound system. And on the passenger side, you're gonna get a twofer, as I like to say. You're gonna get your 12 volt. Don't stick your Twinkie in there, it'll hurt. And you have your Twinkie box cargo holder. So that's the good news. And then at the end of the day, you hit that and you drop it down. Now I know you've been wondering, Joe, where are the RAV4 reviews? Listen, I get it. We had to miss the event because my father passed away, but I'm making up for lost time. We're hitting the auto shows. We're gonna be getting some press fleet vehicles of the RAV4, and we're gonna be bringing the different trims. I promise you that, and I promise you it'll be worth the wait because we're gonna do it Raiti's ride style like nobody else can. But let me know what you think about this particular limited trim of the new RAV4. Is it the one that you would get, and is it worth the money at the end of the day? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Race Res family. Gotta give it up to Latte Lori. She's here she's a dynamo. People watch her and they're just in awe of how fluid her movement is. She's fluid like water, just like Bruce Lee said. So thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.